Solve each equation mentally for x. We have 1 divided by 11 halves equals x. Your answer must be in the form of a fraction. So I know that when I'm dividing by a fraction, the process that I use is I replace the division with multiplication and I multiply by the reciprocal. So reciprocal is when you take the numerator and write it as the denominator, and you take the denominator and write it as the numerator, and that is the reciprocal. So 2/11 is the reciprocal of 11 halves. So now that I've followed the process, what I can do is actually just multiply. So I'll do 1. If I wanted, I could actually write this as 1/1, if that helps me to see. So I'm going to do 1 times 2 is 2. And then for the denominator, 1 times 11 is 11. And that equals x. So that was the correct answer. If you chose the answer of 0 and 18/100ths, then you actually did the work to a certain extent, because 2/11 is equal to 0.18, and the 1/8 is repeating. So you somehow figured out, maybe you used a calculator, maybe you actually followed the same process I did, but then you wrote it in a decimal form, and that's not right. So first of all, 0.18 is not the same as 0.18 repeating, because 0.18 repeating is actually just a little bit larger. And the other thing is, it did say your answer must be in the form of a fraction. So the fact that we had 0.18, this is a decimal form, means that I knew this answer wasn't the right answer. But it sounds like you might have been on the right track, since you picked something that's very similar. It's close, right? 2/11 is very close to 0.18. It's like a truncated version or shortened version. So it sounds like you might have been on the right track. So pay attention to the instructions, and that would be an additional help when you're trying to choose an answer in this problem.